All right. I know this whole COVID thing has turned into a giant snafu for everybody, and I can appreciate the people that have gotten sick and that are having difficulty dealing with it. But here's my problem with it. And I know my opinion should mean jack shit, but here's my problem with it. The organization I work for has just passed down a mandate. Well, it's coming. They got to do the press on it. But essentially, the nuts and bolts of it are this: if you don't get the vaccine, you're fired. Okay, that's fine, I guess. If that's what they feel they got to do. But here's my biggest issue with the vaccine. And this may come as a shock to some people who went out, got the vaccine because they trust the media, they trust everybody, they trust that the vaccine isn't going to hurt them. It does hurt people, hurts a lot of people. Oh, but it's a drop in the bucket compared to the people it saves, they say. Well, I know of people that it's actually hurt, giving people heart attacks, gave somebody very close to me strokes, mini strokes as they call them, as if that makes it less detrimental to your health. Chances are that individual, as much as I love them, will probably never be the same. Um, Here's my biggest issue with getting the vaccine. When you went to one of the centers and got the vaccine, when you went to Walgreens or Rite Aid or wherever it was that you got the vaccine, there was a little form they gave you that you signed, because in order to get the vaccine, you have to sign the form. Don't sign the form, don't get the vaccine. I'm going to read a part of it, the part that I have a problem with. It states, and this is the part you have to sign: I understand that it is not possible to predict all possible side effects or complications associated with receiving the vaccine. I understand the risks and benefits associated with the above vaccine and have received, read, and or had explained to me the EUA fact sheet on the vaccines I've elected to receive. All right, I have to sign that I understand the risks. Nobody understands the risks. The doctors don't even know what the fucking risks are. Nobody understands what the risks are. They, at this point, they think they kind of know what they are. They're hoping they know what they are. But what are the long-term risks? Nobody knows, because it hasn't been out long enough to be considered long-term. It's still in emergency usage. It continues. I also acknowledge that I have had a chance to ask questions, and the such questions were answered to the best of my satisfaction. Sorry. Further, I acknowledge that I have been advised that the patient should remain near the vaccination location for observation for approximately 55 minutes after administration. Okay, that part got no problem with. But the other part, where you're supposed to ask the questions and get them answered to the best of your knowledge, I asked several of the technicians, the pharmacists that are giving this shot out, what the risks are. And they all look at you and go, well, there are some complications. We're not really sure. Or they just don't say anything at all. Again, you don't sign this, you don't get the vaccination. You don't get the vaccination, you don't get to keep your job, your health care benefits, your 401k, your retirement, all of it gone. The career that you've been working for and that you've been doing, you get shit canned from because you don't get the vaccine. But yet you're supposed to be able to get the information you need to make you feel good about it. And the people administering the damn thing, they don't even know how to get you the information they need because it's not available. Here's the part that'll really bite you in the ass. On behalf of the patient's heirs, and personal representatives, I hereby release and hold harmless each applicable provider, its staff, agents, successors, divisions, affiliates, subsidiaries, officers, directors, contractors, and employees from any and all liability or claims, whether known or unknown, arising out of, in connection with, or in any way related to the administration of the vaccine listed above. What do you think that means? Because to me, and the few people that I've talked to, that means that if you get this vaccine and it has unforeseen side effects, detrimental side effects, life-changing side effects in some cases, you're screwed. You're screwed. They don't have to do anything for you. Your health, the hospital bills, on you. The long-lasting health and side effects, on you. If you get this damn thing and it starts giving you strokes and you don't have health care coverage, you're screwed. You have no recourse because you signed this document. And let me tell you, everyone signed it. If you got the vaccine, you've signed this or a form of this. Most people didn't read that fine print because they figured, I got to get the damn thing, I might as well get it. But this right here releases everybody who has anything to do with the virus from any responsibility whatsoever. I acknowledge that and understand the purpose and benefits of my state's vaccination registry, the state registry. And the state and the applicable provider may disclose my vaccination information to the state registry, to the state, and through the state HIE to the state registry. Blah, 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 blah. And it continues on. But these are the parts that I have the problem with. If I get sick, if I take this vaccine, that my company or my organization will fire me if I don't get it. If I get it, I have to sign this. I have to sign away all of my rights to further health care in regards to this. I have to sign that I acknowledge and understand all of the data that comes along with it. And let me also point out, you have to have a doctorate in virology to understand some of the 2,000 pages of documentation that comes with this, by the way. I don't have that. I'm just an idiot that works with cars. But how can I in good conscience sign this when nobody understands the long-lasting detrimental effects of this vaccine? Sorry. And some people say, well, it's better than dying. Well, yeah, a lot of things are better than dying. Being stuffed in an oven is better than dying. I don't know. Chances are I'm going to lose my job. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I just wish there was somebody that could at least allow me to keep some of the legal rights that you should have when you're forced to take medication against your will. And for the naysayers out there that are like, nobody's forcing you to take it. Taking away my ability to make a living, taking away my 401k, taking away the benefits and health care that I have, I don't care how you want to put it, that's forcing me to do something. I've worked my entire life to get to where I am right now, and I'm going to lose it. Or do something I fundamentally disagree with. And I am not an anti-vaxxer by any stretch of the imagination. If you're going to send your kids to public school, they should get vaccinated. Well, what's the difference between those vaccinations? Well, those vaccinations have been around. They've been here. We've vetted them. They've got long-term studies done on them. Millions upon millions of subjects over decades of research and evidence that they're safe. I don't have that confidence with the COVID-19 vaccination. And letting you know that thing's going to be around for a while. Ask anybody who's dealt with viruses. Spanish flu's been here And it's been here for over 100 years, and we still get it every year. COVID is going to be no different. Yes, it's a far worse virus. Granted, kills people. Granted. But COVID's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And we can't just keep doing booster shots every 6 months. Eventually, it's going to start killing people. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But I do know that I hate being forced to sign a document that I don't believe in. And I'm going to lose my job that I love. Catch you on the flip side.